Hello, everyone and no one, and welcome to another Rotten Movie Reviews. Today, we watched the 2012 movie from starring Nicolas Cage called Stolen, titled Stolen, not called Stolen, where a former thief frantically searches for his missing daughter who has been kidnapped and locked in the trunk of a taxi. But join me as always is Tier Alexander. Tier, how you doing?
I'm doing good, my friend. How are you?
Not so bad. We got Angela Arriaga with us as well. Angela, how you doing?
Hey there, I'm doing okay. How
And
about you?
not too bad. And filling the fourth corner is Will it Forge. Will, how you doing?
Fourth corner, aiming at the fourth wall.
I was almost waiting for you to be like, that's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, losing
That's
my
me in the
religion.
spotlight.
Yeah.
I did that a few weeks ago on one stream or another.
Ha.
Oh yeah, and what's going on, clown?
Yo, clown.
Oh, hey, brother.
Yeah. So you got that one, like I said, of what it is. Was directed by Simon West, written by David Guggenheim. And what's up, K. Scholl? And surprisingly, this movie was way better than I expected and had a pretty damn good cast. When you got Nicolas Cage, the one who plays Riley, which is that Malin? Because there's no R. It's Malin.
Mullen.
Malin
I would say
Ackerman.
Malin, given that
Yeah.
there's only one L.
Now you got MC Gainey in it. He plays one of the characters. Danny Hudson. And then Josh Lucas, who played the villain. He did a good job.
Yeah, he did a
That
phenomenal
fucking
job.
out of nowhere fucking ranting was great. Yeah, so for those of you who haven't seen it, I definitely will recommend it. It's Nicolas Cage plays a former thief who, gets busted for stealing, but they couldn't find the money. So he goes to prison for 8 years, and when he gets out, he goes to see his daughter. Then his daughter ends up getting kidnapped because they thought him and one other person, or it's like the person who kidnapped his daughter and one other person thought he hid the money.
Mm-hmm.
Which, in all reality, it wouldn't have since he threw it in a drum. Spoiler: it would to be burned. It would not have burned through it all. In all reality, that money would have probably snuffed out the flame or the fire in the goddamn barrel. But suspension.
I mean, depends.
Money doesn't burn.
Yeah. I've burned enough things in 50-gallon drums. It depends a lot on what it is and how you put it in.
What's up, Doc?
It would have eventually
Function.
caught, but it wouldn't have gone up fast. It
Yeah.
would have been very slow. They would have found it.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Dr. Functional shortened his name?
Oh, no, you said Doc. I thought we were talking about Functional.
I'm talking about whoever is going by Doc.
Hey, what's up, Doc?
That's what I said.
Possibly, but I have no idea. It could be another doc for all we know. But what's going on?
Yes, a lot of docs. And thus the tism spreads.
Pretty much.
Well, I mean, we got at least 2 around, so that means we get a paradox.
Ha!
It's somebody that knows you, Rotn. Because he addressed you directly.
I cannot remember right offhand, so I hope I'm not sound like a dick for it.
And then the tism spreads.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
embrace the tism.
Plausibly.
I mean, if you're looking for disorders, you definitely find them around here.
We have enough of them.
Could also be someone I've BS'd with in Eve's Discord, but mine isn't necessarily thinking.
They
Of course,
asked
we
you
have.
if you think that Platty and Sam could survive 2 dogs.
Yeah, they watch uh Fat Platypus and the Freedom Frog. They tend to stream together playing either a couple different games.
So this is somebody that knows you from their streams.
Yes, probably. Yeah, Sam stream here or there. Okay. Yeah. I think they're normally in Platty's chat and I'm normally in Sam's chat, but both of them can see both chats because of streaming magic and whatnot. But back to the movie. This was a fun movie with, like, it was pretty fast paced for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Like, there was not a lot of downtime.
I mean, like you said earlier, the villain was fucking amazing.
Well, I mean,
They
then
didn't see the need to waste time on inconsequential stuff.
on a lot of it, and then the daughter being pretty resourceful as well, pulling out the light so she could use it for that thing. I'm honestly surprised she just didn't pull more foam off. Because if you got enough to
I
get,
actually,
go ahead.
depending on where she got the foam from,
Well, because go ahead.
I just think she's lucky that the hole she put in the back of the seat wasn't a little more obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he really wasn't paying attention because if he was, he'd have probably noticed her. God
Yeah,
damn it.
well, he wasn't going to kill her before he got his payout. So
Yeah.
Yeah, he was greedy.
That doesn't mean that he wouldn't have hurt her pretty good.
Well, he's fucking used something to knock her out.
No, but what I mean by that is she was able to pull off enough foam so she could stick her fingers through there of trying to grab something, whatever, and to look through there. She could have easily pulled out more, especially in the situation at the end of like breaking through the seat.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking is, girl, go back to digging your way out of the seat or you're going to drown.
Yeah.
I'm just glad. I like the fake out. Oh, he's dead now. Yeah, it was a fake out.
Oh,
there were
at
a
the
lot of
end,
fake
yeah.
outs in it.
Yeah.
They did very
I
good
knew
at that.
that though as soon as he said that it was he was identified by fingerprints. I was like, he cut off his fingers and you bought it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I mean, the law enforcement, you expect him to do investigations.
I mean,
Yeah.
but he seemingly had a seemingly plausible body. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
I'm not,
Well-
because had they done any amount of investigation, they would have realized that as I said,
Well,
the fingers weren't the rest of the pieces were a lot more dead than the fingers were.
don't forget he burned the body.
Yeah, and they still would have, if they'd done even a cursory look, would have figured out that the rest of the body was a lot more dead than the fingers were.
I think in that
That's
one,
true.
they were, like I said, they were looking at the whole thing of with the guy with his record. They just really didn't care. They're like, dead bad guy. Who gives a shit? Like, not thinking that he was doing it to fake his own death.
I want to know how they never put pressure onto the getaway driver. Like, you want to not talk to any of his known associates when they start randomly talking to somebody that is connected to their old friend group.
Well, depend how they went about it. There's not as much that the cops can do.
Yeah, you can only go so far with known associates if you don't know that the associate was there at the time. And the way they played it up, basically, he took the fall for the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
But like I said in the beginning, the whole
And-
fact that he's running, when they have the $10 million in the duffel bag and he's running, he's holding it. It's like the fact that you didn't go through, cut off the plastic, and then just either tie a fucking strap so you could throw that shit over your back. But then again, then the movie would have been like they got away. Because it would have been
Yeah,
leg
like-
shot, let's go. We still have the money. They got out of there. And that whole thing.
it'd have been
like
over in
I
5
said,
minutes.
he was not known for his wise luggage choices.
Yeah. Because 2012, yeah, he definitely still could have gotten a decent bag with a duffel bag with wheels on it for the gold.
I mean, but granted, he was working a time limit. I mean, I'm pretty sure he didn't think about, hey, let's go shopping.
Dude, those are usually up front and center because that's one of the most common things that people are looking for.
Also, he didn't know that the gold was in there. He was like, I saw it while I was there stealing the money.
Yeah, but when he went back to
And he went back.
do the
Yeah.
second heist, he knew he was going
Yeah.
for the gold and everything. Something a little sturdier and easier to move around.
You would have
And
thought that he'd have made a better choice the second time.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of weight to be hauling.
Yeah, it is. What, 10 million worth of gold? Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's going to have some heft to it. And I will have to say, for the amount of practical effects they used as well, because they did the whole thing with Lucas properly to where I think the only thing they had to do was CG, or with the guy who played Vincent was CG out the part of his leg.
Yeah, that was kick ass though. He just
And-
hobbling around.
And here's the thing, he must have done some observing and practicing and everything, because that was an authentic bad leg hobble there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's probably a method actor.
You don't think about it necessarily offhand, but you cripple like that, you do not walk the same way. And they were very careful to make it so his he really put the effort into his mobility matching what it was supposed to be from the plot.
Yeah.
That's something that would be easy to miss when you're preparing for.
Mm-hmm. And I just like how the freaking the janitor who gets pistol whipped in the face, it's freaking Barry Henley, and then just having that whole thing. Your ride's gone, Hoss.
It'd been nice if he'd have came back and like, I remember you. You know, you
Well, I mean, he
saved my
saved the
life.
guy's life, so
Yeah. I mean, they
You
could
know.
have, but what really would a point would have been in that unless they were going to have him play some role in it?
Fair enough. Hmm.
I also like that
he said
opening
that.
before
Now
you even
Tears trying to
see
Tears
Cage.
trying to work out.
Before you even see Cage, you just see the random drunk guy walking down an empty street in New Orleans.
Yes.
That might be the most Nolan's thing in the movie, right there. Well, that and Mardi Gras.
Yeah, just walking down. The funny part is like he stops because he's gonna piss in public, and just
And you see
pisses
the
on
guy.
a SWAT guy's fucking foot.
Hey, what's that?
Like holding the beard, he's like, "Huh? What?" He just gets grabbed.
Just randomly
Ah.
grabbing people.
Well, no, they wanted the street kept clear.
Yeah, because they were
And
working on a bust, and it's like,
they would
yeah,
have,
we don't want.
well, they would have left the guy alone if he'd have kept walking, but since he saw the cop, it's like, you can't be out here no more.
Yeah,
We'll get you home later on, but we're not going to have you interfere with a federal investigation.
Don't you know?
And
You can't be
Dan,
offended there.
Why did you suddenly go Canadian?
I don't know why. Don't you know?
he was trying to go
It's
Minnesota.
okay. Yeah, I was trying to do Minnesotan, but
But then Danny Hudson, playing the predominant FBI agent of Harlan, that man can play someone who you think is going to be the villain that isn't, but can also play a villain.
I mean, he was a decent. Honestly, he was one of the more decent characters in this film.
Yeah. Well, I was just saying,
he wasn't strictly an ass.
Well, yeah, but he also played Stryker, the one who made
Yeah.
Wolverine the way he was in Wolverine Origins. But like the fucking I love the fact of his own guy Fletcher, because of how much he's worked with him. He says he mouths the quotes as he's saying him.
Yes.
This be his red hand is the boy who touched the stove to see how hot it was.
I was.
Like he's
He
just there.
plays an asshat in Yellowstone too.
Oh, what, Fletcher? The guy who played Fletcher? Or
No, Danny Huston.
so that's, I guess, when him and
I need you to.
Vincent worked together again, because he was in a couple episodes of Yellowstone, at least. Yeah, 9 episodes for John Lucas.
No, the guy that plays Fletcher always plays either a G-man or a
Oh,
cop.
Mark Valley.
I don't think I've hardly ever seen him as like not some kind of special agent or general cop.
he's working as a special needs agent for the the FBI.
The FBRI.
I'm pretty sure, considering his looking, kind of going through some of his one stuff, because he was also the voice of Cyclops in Shrek the Third.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
right.
not seeing him
Mhm.
playing a character. That's just hearing his voice.
Oh, there's a plausibility.
Oh, that's what I saw him in. He was a lawyer in Boston Legal.
It's technically not a cop, so
That show is ancient.
Mm-hmm.
I did
That's
like
a good
voice
show, though.
Voice
Oh,
actors
he
is
was in
active
Harry's
too.
Law. I loved
Okay, well-
Harry's Law.
So in other words,
Sorry.
he was originally typecast as a law-abiding citizen or some sort of
I did like in this movie
Law
though as well,
person.
when they finally decide that he's going to steal the money, that he does the whole like melt and everything, and it's like, you thought of this in prison? I was bored.
Mm.
And then the whole having the mannequin with a fucking cigarette stuck in its mouth.
Happy Mardi Gras, officers.
Fat Tuesday.
That was
Happy-
hilarious.
That was hilarious. I knew that was going to be a fake out. It just screamed like, "Yep."
Just one of many.
Yeah.
Like that's key was they were. Yeah, that was a
And then,
massive.
I'm not gonna lie, I did like at the end when like, oh, did you not clean out your truck? And then there's the gold, 10 pounds of gold of a rock in there. He's like, don't throw it, don't throw it, throw it, don't throw it, throw it. The two cops two federal agents go back and forth. Oh, like,
now I can finally return to my life.
And the thing, the federal agent just being all watching, just stalking him after he gets out of prison and everything. It's like the most they could have done is if they found the money, is seize it. I mean, he's already been convicted for stealing it. yeah, he got off light because he didn't have the money on him, but he got the conviction for the bank robbery. You can't try him again for it. You can just seize the money.
Well, technically
But
they
they
could
were
because this would be a different bank robbery.
Well, they couldn't. They
no,
wouldn't be
no,
able to
not
charge
not
him.
the not the gold, the
Oh,
money
yeah.
in the first place. He gets out of prison and the guy's like all up in his business the whole time.
Mhm.
But yeah, the gold would have been a new
Mhm.
charge, definitely.
I feel like Vincent was the one who stole that gold.
Yeah.
And as long as none of the gold surfaces in his possession, they can kind of keep that fiction.
Well, since the gold was
Yep.
left on the fairgrounds floor, they would have already seized it.
Yeah. They're going for the missing monies.
I do think it was funny as well, going a bit back to the beginning, after buying the teddy bear, when they have, you know, Allison look at the teddy bear and pan over to Cage, how they actually look somewhat similar.
Mhm.
If anyone else noticed that.
Yes.
Mhm.
And I do like that, you know, since his you know, that would be his ex-wife moved on, they didn't have a big play with her being in there contacting and being like, what's going on? Why isn't my daughter answering? But they're like, no, her phone was shut off for
By the stepfather.
by the stepfather. It's like, ah, that's the easy way for them to, you know, have the whole thing be left alone.
And sending her off to on a date or whatever with the stepfather, and then yeah, it less extraneous characters and less one person that can ask, hey, my daughter should have been at. That's another thing that should have been odd. The daughter string should have called somebody and said, hey, your daughter didn't appear for her session.
Yeah.
You,
And what's up, Mr.
her
Scott?
mother was out of town. The person that
Yeah.
she would have. Hi, Mr. Scott.
But then again, she was 17. She's about 16, 17. So I get.
And
Yeah.
Mr. Scott, this was the
Well-
2012 movie Stolen.
Also, her mother was out of
15.
town
Mhm.
and would have no idea what was going on.
Well, I mean,
So
she would.
if you turn around and it's not like he turned around and called the mom and said, "Hey, I think this psycho that I used to work with kidnapped our daughter." He just went into looking for the daughter.
I mean, in that one as well, from everything we know of, like, while he's most likely stalked the daughter, he hasn't actually done anything technically illegal other than a mild case of stalking. He didn't show himself or whatnot. And for all we know, he could have been her taxi driver before, to where he did his job regularly. And all it would be was that the shrink would call the you know, the mom and the stepfather, being like, hey, you know, your daughter missed a session. Is there something wrong?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly what I was just saying. Bright eyes, Mr. Scott, you suck. Every
Sorry.
now and then I fall apart.
Bonnie
Hang
Tyler.
around with some of the best people.
I do like for as well when he has the fight with Hoyt, which was a good fight.
Mhm.
When he opens the door
What you doing?
with the sawed-off shotgun and sees the cops, and it's just like they have, you know, guns drawn on him. And until he lowers the gun, they didn't do anything. Like, as soon as he lowers the gun to where he could fire, it's just like pop, pop, 2 shots.
Yep.
Way better
Yeah,
than,
but then when Cage's character is running and they just shoot at him for fleeing them,
Yeah.
which definitely would be
oh yeah,
excessive force.
Oh,
I felt
yeah.
so bad for the poor motorcycle cop.
yes.
Yeah, I felt so bad for him too.
But Kevin Foster did a good job as that cop, because that's who played him.
Yes, very much so. I was just like, oh, you poor thing.
And then the one black
You're in
kid who
trouble.
saw the whole thing of him stuffing the kid, you know, Allison in the trunk, flips him off.
I thought he was going to shoot the kid, honestly.
No, because that would draw way too much attention.
Yeah, that's
But it was funny. The kid still holding the ice cream, and just flips him off while holding the ice cream.
yeah, he was crazy, but he wasn't stupid.
He had a job that he was trying to do. He
He
wanted
had a
his money.
complex.
Oh no, that dude was a complex. That
Mhm.
you look up complex, that guy's picture's in there.
But he wanted the
Under the parentheses of not to be confused for apartment.
That's a good one.
Angela, sometimes the words you use are such poetry.
you know, she's poetry in motion.
And I like the
That's
fact
true.
after, the whole, because almost he has one vehicle that he drives that he doesn't blow or he doesn't crash.
Just one.
Nicolas Cage in this movie. He had enough of he didn't drive it, he crashed.
Well, technically, he didn't crash the taxi at the back. He just drove it into water.
Well, technically, he
had
He-
the FBI vehicles that he wasn't driving that he technically crashed.
he didn't crash his taxi. Remember the taxi where you talked to LaFleur?
Yeah.
He didn't crash that taxi, and he didn't crash the truck.
God, that was a great moment as well when he has him talking to his dispatch. He's like, I got a question. 9 inches and reloaded after 14 minutes. And it's like, what?
And a little tickle.
Just you do that for me?
I like LaFleur.
Your
was
voice
hilarious.
changed. You just turned white on me all of a sudden?
That dude was funny. I enjoyed that character
Yeah.
a lot.
Oh, LaFleur was great. Oh, that shit just had me fucking dying.
Dan Braverman, who
I
is
thought you they would pay
actually
that.
cute dude. That has to be before he was in this.
What?
The picture of Dan Braverman in my doohickey, because the picture is really cute. And he had great personality, but I would not have described him as attractive.
Oh, I'm definitely glad that of two of the people that were previously attached for the lead role, Jason Statham did not get this. I like Jason Statham, but he would not have been. Clive Owen could have probably been decent, but
I don't know. 5 on.
Jason Statham.
The thing I like about Nicolas Cage, at least in this era, is that he does show his various range.
Mm-hmm.
But he kind of is typecast right now as the hero, and I really want him to go back to playing at least a villain. Oh, he's the leading man in a lot of shit.
That's not always a bad thing. I mean, I wouldn't say he was typecast as the villain. A lot of times, I'd say it was the hero, but he wasn't typecast as the hero, but he was like the reluctant hero.
He was typecast in his earlier part of his career. He was typecast as the asshole.
Yeah.
Like again, Birdie.
I mean, if you go back to
Birdie.
like Kick-Ass, he was a hero in that one, but like Sorcerer's Apprentice, he wasn't technically the hero. Season of the Witch, he was kind of the reluctant hero.
Yeah.
Drive Angry, he was closer to
he was the
he was
the anti-hero.
Seeking Justice,
Sorcerer's
technically.
Apprentice, I would have called him a hero.
He wasn't the main hero, though.
He was a deuteragonist.
Yeah. Seeking Justice, he definitely was not the hero.
Yeah, he was not.
And Trespass, he wasn't a hero.
Well, he yeah, all right. But again, I want him to be a villain again.
Oh, you want to see him like he was in Kiss of Death, to where
I think he's thinking like Face Off.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Or remember,
I
in
would say
technically,
that's a toss up because he played a good villain in Kiss of Death as well.
he did. I don't get me wrong, but something like where he's the asshole again, where he's the bad guy. Like we clearly can see he's the one in the wrong in this situation. You know, but the next couple movies we have him, he's the hero. He's a good guy. So
I mean, the next one is I want to say based on a true story.
What's the next one?
The Frozen Ground. Or no, maybe it's not. Yep, based on actual events. An Alaska state trooper partners with a young woman who escaped the clutches of a serial killer, Robert Hansen, to bring a murderer to justice, based on actual events.
all right, when they
And
say
this
quote
one we got
unquote based on,
Nicolas Cage, Vanessa Hudgens, John Cusack, Dean Norris.
I was going to say John Cusack. Ooh. Oh,
Again-
Angela's attention.
that guy Dean Norris is such. He plays the asshole so well
Some do.
that
Cat,
when
what do
I
you want?
see him as somebody who isn't an asshole, I like him a lot. I die to see who he plays in this movie.
Cat. I wonder who he plays to. Honestly.
Oh, and apparently the conversation when Cage calls Riley, that's actually her native language of Swedish.
Nice. When you're speaking Swedish.
Yeah, that was all that was like we're speaking Swedish. You don't want to say definitely playing up the greatest
They're using code language.
Yeah, code language is for stuff is going wrong here.
Or just when like they're trying to communicate and they don't want them catching on what they're saying. Like them using Swedish every so often to communicate secret shit.
Oh, and apparently
They probably won't catch on to that.
the guy who played Vincent also starred in a 2009 film called Stolen.
Wow. Talk about typecasting.
Well,
He just hold into a trend there.
Mm-hmm.
no, and that one would be different because for this one, it's a detective deals with the loss of his own son while trying to uncover the identity of a boy whose mummified remains are found in a box buried for 50 years.
Oh God, no! Not another 8mm. I've already watched
Apparently,
one of
it
them
is
this year.
another based on true events.
Oh God!
Have not seen Wind River, but I have heard about it because I want to say I think it's Timothy Oliphant. Oliphant. It's either him or Jeremy Renner. I just can't.
It's Jeremy
okay,
Renner.
It's Jeremy Renner. I couldn't remember which one. I know they don't look the same, but they've both done similar roles.
Yeah, I'll agree with the similar roles thing.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good about Wind River, but honestly, I still say this was a
I'd like to see that.
fun movie.
Oh yeah, this is definitely a fun movie.
Thanks for the recommend, Mr. Scott.
Yeah, from what I've heard of Wind River, it actually is fairly accurate to like the whole dealings of like how law and order is done and with law enforcement on natively reservations. I'll get the word out right eventually. Maybe.
You get there. Give it time. You'll get there.
Yeah, this movie was definitely fun, and I do like the fact that for so much of it, Cage wasn't even trying to hide, like his character wasn't even trying to hide so much stuff at first. It's like he had the whole
Yeah.
thing of like, I don't want to be a criminal. I'm just trying to, be a good person for my girl, for my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, I don't believe you. I like how I freaking
Nobody
cuffed
believes
two
a
cops.
person with a record.
True.
Like I burnt it. Like I'll get less time if I appeared,
Mhm.
without the money. And I don't believe you. Mm.
Although I want to say in that day and age, Harland, the character of Harland, wouldn't have been able to have the, I guess, secretary or whatever, adding sugar and stirring his coffee while he's holding it. She would have done that pre-hand or and whatnot, not while he's holding the coffee mug. That was just weird.
Yeah, that was weird. But he's probably one of those pedantic bosses that demand shit like that.
Okay, that's definitely not a trivia for this one, but apparently, the guy who played Fletcher, Mark Valley, both him and
Mhm.
Cage have voiced Superman in animated DC movies.
Nice.
And apparently,
You
they
have the
use the
case of two
Wilhelm
supers.
scream when the FBI van crashes into the stand, and the bystander falls out.
Yeah, and he fucking breaks his thumb.
Mm-hmm. Well, technically, he doesn't
He
break his thumb; he dislocates it.
still look fucking painful as fuck.
It is, but
Would
that
be,
is one.
yes.
That is one way people have done to get out of, like, legitimately done to get out of handcuffs, is they'll dislocate their thumb because they can push it to where they can actually just pull their hand through.
Yeah, it still looks painful as fuck.
It is. You're dislocating a joint.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I didn't realize this. The director of this was also the director of, do you know what else? Con Air. Which that might
Put the
explain why
bunny
they.
back in the
Which
box.
that might explain why they had him buy the stuffed animal, because that was one of the things. But they also had MC Gainey in both films for that one. The guy who played Hoyt.
Rodney, why didn't you put the bunny back in the box?
T, are you trying to get shot?
can black cats swim?
When they have to, or when they want
Yes.
I'm just saying, why didn't you put the bunny back in the box?
to. So not much else for trivia for this thing, really.
It's a thing of not being of African descent.
Ha!
Oh wait, I am of African descent, partly.
What is the word I'm looking for? I have movie content. There, movie mistakes. There it is. Stolen. Let's see if stolen pops up. All right. Continuity mistake. When the chopper arrives at the fairground, starts to land, the fire on the ground from the burning car suddenly vanishes. You could say that the chopper blew it out, except when it takes off again, the fire is back.
Hmm.
Plot hole. As Will and Riley are melting the gold in the bank vault, the temperature rises enough for the fire alarm to go off. The firefighters somehow get there in a matter of seconds.
Yeah.
Continuity mistake. Will is shown to dislocate his left thumb to escape the cuff, but exits the vehicle and sets his right thumb back in the socket. Continuity mistake. After Allison slams the blue bear back in Will's hand, she walks away from him to the taxi. She takes 5 She takes 5 good long strides to reach it, indicating that she walks about 15 feet, give or take a few, but then cuts to a side angle that shows she hadn't moved nearly as far away from Will. Continuity mistake.
Yeah. And
In the back
Mr.
seat,
Scott, I hope they never try to remake Con Air. That would just be a mistake.
terrible.
That's like them
In
wanting
the
to
back
remake
of
The Princess Bride. Like there's certain
Oh
things you
God,
don't
no.
do. Well, they've apparently made a sequel to it, if I remember correctly. Someone was telling me or saw somewhere.
Continuity mistake. In the back of Vincent's cab, the Australian phone is there, and Allison reaches through the hole, trying in the seat, trying to grab it, but the phone is sliding around in the seat like the cab is going through hard corners. It cuts the exterior of Vincent's vehicle going about 10 miles per
Yeah.
hour through a crowded straight line. Yeah. Revealing mistake. When Hoyt is shot by the cops, Will escapes through the window. One cop fired an M16 at him, and Will tried to go over some rails, which just breaks and falls on guard. One shot where he lands, you can see the face of Cage's stunt double. Oh, I didn't know that. Revealing mistake. When the cops raid Hoyt's apartment building, Billy the dog is barking at them, but when multiple cops reach his level, Billy whimpers and takes off up the stairs scared. However, you can see the dog's tail is still up and partly wagging. A scared dog's tail will be tucked between its legs even while climbing the stairs.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a common thing.
Audio
They put the audio in that of it.
Audio problem. When he goes up the stairs, there's a dog called Billy that won't stop barking. Just before Hoyt goes into his apartment, the dog's mouth stops, but you can hear one more bark before the shot changes to inside, where the barking continues to be heard. Factual error. Before Harlan arrests Will, he gets out of the cop car with a block of cash. Later in the movie, you learn that he burnt it, but there was a burn barrel next to the car with a low fire in it. As he gets out of the car, it cuts the cop yelling at him with a megaphone, then back to Will walking away from the barrel. Now the fire is roaring high up. If it grew much too fast and too high for a short time, money isn't that flammable.
Told you.
Continuity
Yeah.
mistake.
You could make it flare up that much with an accelerant, or if you start
Oh.
doing you do things like you can't just drop a bale of bills in there. You
I
have
was
to like
gonna
And
say.
let it burn. All right,
crumple
content-
stuff up, stuff to accelerate the oxygen flow around it.
Mhm.
All right, continuity mistake. After seeing Riley again for the first time in 8 years, they have a toast. Then Will is sitting there holding his glass, and they begin talking about Allison. In the next shot, he's just holding the glass with his fingers around the side and still. Then in the right next shot, his index finger is suddenly on the rim rubbing it. Then it cuts again, his fingers are back down. Continuity mistake. When Will sees his kid for the first time in 8 years, he startles her at the door of his ex-wife's place. She opens the door, not knowing he is there. While they are talking, the shot showing her from the front show her right arm extended to her side holding the door, but in the reverse angles, her back, her arm is at her side. Continuity mistake. Trying to escape the parking lot, Will drives his stolen police car off one level to the next. In the process, both headlights are smashed. But as he's approaching the tire spikes at the end, both headlights are back on and working again. Continuity mistake. While the car chased in the parking lot, Will is forced to drive backwards trying to escape the lead cop. In one shot, it showed the left blinker light on his car's fine, but next shot, broken and smashed, then fixed again. Frequently alternating. Continuity mistake. Got a few more of these.
Some of the stuff that they're labeling as continuity mistakes are potentially just human motion.
Well, the continuity about them like alternating shots, yeah, that's not continuity. That's just error.
Well,
That's
it
just he
kind
was
of
he was fiddling with the glass.
Mhm.
You don't necessarily just hold a glass in one specific way the entire time you're drinking from
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
holding the door open. If you're turning around and changing your stance to be more aggressive, you're going to make sure that both of your hands are available. If you're pissed off at somebody, you're going to go from holding the door open with your hand to leaning against the door to hold it open.
All right. When Will is fleeing through the parking lot in the stolen car, the lead cop is chasing him. The car Will stole has no damage to the front and it almost hits the civilian car with a scared woman, while Will then begins backing up, and a close-up shot showed the hood and the front bumper of his stolen car is damaged. Then the next shot is undamaged. The lead car runs into him, which causes the damage seen moments before. Oh, goddamn. Continuity mistake. Will and Vince enter the toy shop in the beginning of the film. Will walks up to a yellow table, swipes his arm across it to knock off all the toys. But in that shot, it shows a black ball and a small, unrecognizable object remain on the table. It then cuts to a wide, and Will's arm is still in the same fluid motion. He then picks up the table, which has nothing on it. When we first see Will, the camera panned across the driver's side window where he's sitting. He's listening to Creedon's song and bobbing his head, but his head is tilted back. It then cuts to the view from the windshield, and suddenly his head is leaning down. Vincent has teeth that go from discolored and decayed when we first see him talking to Will on the phone, but become pearly white as the movie progresses, such as when Will reveals to Vincent that he will rob the bank to get the ransom money. Overview shots of Mardi Gras scene. Will Montgomery is standing next to his cab, and to the far right, we see cab 5K20 is parked with the driver leaning on it. Then he jumps up onto the roof of his cab just as 5K20 pulls up. About a minute later, he runs past 5K20 cab again in two different shots before finally the real fake 5K20 cab. I got two more of these. The radio mic on the motor officer switches from being on the right side of his badge to being on the left side. It starts on the right side, however, it is on the left side when he turns to the car after hearing the noise coming from the trunk, just prior to being shot in the heart and killed. This is likely due to uniform changes that included squibs. And then the last one, continuity mistake. When Will and Riley are stealing equipment to get the gold, Will jumps onto the passenger seat of the pickup truck they're in. But then again, after the scene cuts to the pickup truck driving backwards, smashing through the garage, Will jumps out of the driver's seat.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a
after Will
suspension
goes-
of disbelief in a lot of this.
Yeah.
Most
I
of
mean,
it
most
prob-
You're
of
not
it
supposed
was
to be
just,
paying that much attention.
I mean, it's just nice things.
but as was stated earlier, the autism spreads.
We're down with the tism. We are.
Brother, I'm not sure what part you were referring to with Dude Does It in Jason Goes Tell, the final Friday.
I don't remember. I don't know. I just know this was a good movie with not a lot of lulls. Like the down parts were pretty good, but it didn't go over the top for all the action.
Nope.
With pretty much about everything was reasonable suspension of disbelief. Although I will say for Vincent at the end, I could see him losing his jacket, but him not having the shirt for the final fight was kind of weird.
Yeah. He wanted to show off his
dislocation of thumb to get out of cuffs.
Yeah, that's right. That's in a couple of different movies, actually,
Yeah.
not just that movie.
Yeah, it's in a lot of them.
I mean, apparently it's a common thing to do. I've never been in handcuffs, and I never wanted to be in handcuffs. But still.
I mean, it's a
Well, I
tactic
take that back.
works
I have
if
been
you
in
don't have.
handcuffs.
I didn't need to know that, dear.
I had a set of fuzzy handcuffs for a girlfriend.
I've
I
been in
see.
handcuffs, but never for degen reasons.
You haven't lived until you've been in handcuffs, my friend, for degenerate reasons.
No, one was
No.
when I was pretty young and didn't realize that, and for some odd reason, why my aunt had a set of handcuffs but didn't have the keys. I don't know. So basically, it's like I'd actually handcuffed myself. So you
Oh,
just
she
got
had the
handcuffed to
keys.
something else. No, because we had to call the cops to come freaking unlock them because she didn't know where the
Get
fucking
you
keys were.
out.
Yeah, to get me out. The other was during an exercise while I was in the Air Force because one of my coworkers in the shop, he had a buddy who he drank with and whatnot who was a cop. So they got us to come in and be part of one of their exercises. So they would have people that weren't other security forces guys. And I got to, get arrested and got handcuffed and everything. And then as we're going over the whole thing of what got done and what could be done better and X, Y, and Z, they're like, any other questions? And I'm like, yeah, can I get uncuffed? And he just kind of looks over at the other
Mm.
guys like, you didn't uncuff him before this shit? Like, you could have done, like, he had that look of like, you could have uncuffed him while we were talking.
I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah, and I got cuffed by a guy that I went to my freaking weird class. I had to get like a newcomers class or course or whatever when I got to my base. Nice guy though, by the way.
Okay.
I did the same thing you did with your aunt's handcuffs with a pair of my uncles. Only he did end up digging out the key to get me out, but then he turned around and showed me that there's actually a safety button on them as well. Yeah, I did not put two and two together the implications of the handcuffs in my uncle's bedroom until far later.
Mm.
Well, you were being all young and innocent. Not for arrest. Yeah.
Those aren't for arresting.
Well, I mean, you got to spend a little bit of time young and innocent.
Well, okay, my dumbass was like, oh, cool, maybe they're for a magic trick or something.
They're for a magic trick, all right.
So I turned around and I put them on to see if I could figure out how to get them off. Like, to try to see if I could figure out the trick.
Angela's so young, so innocent, so sweet. So naive.
Oh, God. No joke, dog. No joke.
Mm.
Still though, it's good movie. Had a good ending. 10/10 would recommend.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
Yeah, definitely would.
It was a great movie. Well, okay, great is a
It's a good movie.
It was a fun
it
and
is a
entertaining
good
movie.
movie. It is a very fun movie. You're not watching it for like masters of cinematography or something like that. You're watching it to eat popcorn, watch a movie that's gonna like make you. Honestly, some of it made me laugh, but
Oh yeah, a whole bunch of it made me laugh.
but you're watching it to have a good time. You're not
Mhm.
watching it for a wonder of cinematic masterpiece.
Yeah, you're not watching this because you watch films.
Nah.
Like you're watching this because you're like, it's Nick Cage. It's supposed to be a fun time. Let's have a fun time.
Yeah.
Have a good time, and then the soundtrack too.
Yes, it had a banger soundtrack.
Yes. Oh god, that track that just kept playing every so often. That suspenseful track was fucking on point. Like that shit was good. I want it.
Yeah, their musical selection all around was quite good.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd have to look at which ones they or was in which spot they're in the movie because you had The Air That I Breathe, Keep On Chaluggin, Old Dog Blues, Here to Stay, Rebirth Melody, My Song, Pie Part 2, Mexican Special, Grazing in the Sun, and Call It Pretending.
I could see myself getting this soundtrack. The music was really good.
Yes.
God, now I'm just trying to remember what he said. It's like, he's late, just throw on some Bad Mood Rising. Never. Green's Clearwater Revival song. It's just like. Okay. Now that I thought about, I did like how that came back as well. You know, of having the whole thing. It's like, of all our heists, we've been listening to, CCR for the past 7 years, the entire discography. Then later on, he's just like, so, did you listen to some CCR before the heist? He's like, no, but that's not the point.
That did not work out so well for us the last time.
And he's talking to the guy who's the reason it didn't work out so well the last time.
Yeah.
He shot himself.
I love that he turned around and shot himself and decided that it was Nicolas Cage's fault. It's like, no, dude, he didn't shoot you. You shot yourself.
And you're just trying to blame him.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. All right, I get that they've probably been doing that for years, but he was clearly unfucking stable to begin with.
Oh yeah.
Like he saw his face. Like, okay, he can't fucking make y'all out. Just leave.
Yeah, like you hit the dude in the face. Just let it. Just go.
Like, just leave at this point. Nope, he had to try to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
And he seemed like the guy was pretty old. He probably couldn't fucking remember.
Yeah, he's just like, what were you guys? It's like, what are you young fellas doing there? It's like, just you hit him, just keep moving.
No, he didn't have to hit him at that point. He said he didn't have to say anything. Just keep fucking moving. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, after that head trauma.
That's what I'm saying. Is like he already hit him, so you might as well just keep moving.
I mean, again, granted, they didn't seem to be worried about fucking seeing their faces though, because they didn't cover them.
Yeah.
To begin with.
So if you're gonna do that, maybe you should have covered your whole damn face.
Yeah, to begin with, you should have started with your face covered.
But then you can't see the actors' faces. Now, where's the fun in that?
You wouldn't have been able to know that the guy started off looking like a fairly normal dude.
I mean, they could have,
and then ended up
Sorry to cut you off. They could have done that the whole thing of like they don't wear a mask until they're about to go in there. Then when they're like, okay, we're set to go in, they throw on the masks.
Yeah, that would have made sense. That would have made too much sense, guys.
Yeah.
No, here I go thinking again.
We have to be totally visible while we're doing all of this illegal shit.
Yes.
Especially in a bank where there would be cameras.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean, he did say the cameras were cut. Because Hoyt did cut the cameras. They were cut for a specific amount of time.
That's exactly it. It's only going to be for a set amount of time, and then
they're back up.
They're back up. You want to make sure you've got your countermeasures in place.
Well, from everything I'm aware of, they didn't make it in time to where they would have beaten the counter or beaten the when the cameras would have came back on.
Yeah, I mean they had it down to a science, but it
was just that whole thing of, I'm really surprised when he grabbed, you know, the one guy, he didn't, I don't know, grab the money while he was at it.
Yeah.
Again, the early on portion, it's like, okay, you can definitely, we're critiquing the failures of the heist that would have caused the movie not to be made or to have an exponentially different storyline.
Well, if you're going to have a heist, do it right.
Yeah. That's how I feel sometimes. It's like, if you're going to do this, I guess that's like with Polly on the AAA, whenever he would do the body dismemberment stories. He's like, see, they're not doing it right.
Body dismemberment stories.
He doesn't always have it. It's just that occasional thing.
Got to do it at the joints.
And that's something he's brought up.
I'm okay not knowing how to correctly dismember a body. I don't intend to do it anytime soon.
I mean, it also kind of goes into how, like how you would basically disassemble like an animal's body for being a butcher and all that. You're not gonna, in so many cases, you're not trying to go through and saw through bone. That's, unless you're using a bandsaw or something like that, that's just a waste of energy. It's smarter to go through and cut apart a body for quartering where it actually moves.
Yeah.
Or simply carving a turkey.
I wasn't meaning animals.
Yeah, but you're like, you don't need to know how to do it.
I was meaning
like,
humans.
It's one of those things where one can correlate into the other.
Very true.
Well, it's hypothetical contingency plans.
But still, just a fun movie.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Real good time. Would recommend.
I don't really know what else to say for now.
About the movie itself?
Yeah.
No. There's not a whole lot to say. Decent acting. Decent cinematography.
Fun story.
Decent story. Fun film.
Easily believable suspension of disbelief.
Except for when Tyr wouldn't let the body lay down.
Look, I just wanted one more jump scare and fight. Hold on. We got a cool death scene. He stuffed them in the truck and drowned his ass. What more do you want? I mean, me personally, I wanted the gold to melt on top of him and him to forever be encased in the gold he deserved.
Oh, you want him to have kind of a Midas thing, or King Midas thing?
Yep.
Except that doesn't.
It's. Oh, well, hold on. It seemed like that's what they were setting up. Like for him to have the gold, like his greed to kill him.
But it's not.
Like it's. Yeah, I mean, it would have been nice if that was the ending where his greed that did him in.
Except for it doesn't.
Well,
he would have had to have somehow gotten the gold on top of the truck when he, it was, or on top of the cab when it was left in the truck, or it was left in front of the truck.
Well, again, I'm just me personally asking for it.
personally, I would have just said, why not just brain him with a freaking gold brick?
That'd have been nice too. Like again, his greed, and also the whole shit is also his fault too. Had he not been over there lusting after the gold and just focused on getting the money, they'd have been in and out faster.
I mean, they still had the run-in with the janitor, and
but it probably
literally, they still had the run-in with the janitor. It was just the whole thing. If he would have stopped being a retard, he wouldn't have that problem.
Yeah.
But instead he had that whole problem of thinking, oh, because he plausibly saw us after I already hit him, I don't want to go back to prison. And it's like, you should have just kept moving. If after you hit him, you would have just kept moving, you wouldn't have had an issue. But instead, you decided to be like, oh no, we got to take him out. He saw us. And it's like, you already hit him. If you would have kept moving, you wouldn't have had that problem, you fucking tard. Just bad decisions.
All around.
Mm-hmm.
And like most of the characters too. Like the only character that didn't really make a bad decision, and then she still made a bad decision because she got into the cab with the weirdo in it. But the daughter was the only one that didn't really make any bad decision.
Well, hers wasn't an intentional
not
bad decision.
I was gonna say, technically it wasn't a bad decision. She called the cab and the cab showed up.
It was bad luck.
Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't even bad luck. He was following her and he knew that she would probably go in there and probably just sat there and waited.
Mm-hmm.
It was the worst of luck.
Oh, it was intentional because he did sit there and wait. He turned off the one light.
Worst of luck for her.
On her part, not
on her part.
Yeah.
That was a bad decision on his side to turn around and take a dude's kid.
It's like he knew how meticulous this guy is too. It's like, is you dumb?
Yeah.
Well,
do you have the dumb?
I think we surpassed the dumb to the insane, but
I still just, like I said, liked all the whole things of like either with the Australian, which I was actually surprised the Australian didn't get killed.
Yeah,
then,
I was expecting
and then the
much
cop
worse for him.
Of him having the whole like historical rants of New Orleans.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I was waiting for him to kill the Australian kid.
Yeah, but he didn't. He just beat him up. So
really badly. Like that kid's never gonna be the same again. Don't get me wrong.
He's never coming to America again after that. I know that's fucking for sure.
plastic surgery can put that all back to the way it was temporarily.
Except for the brains that are now part of the pavement.
Yeah,
I mean,
his
he was
brains
still
are overrated.
moving.
I didn't say that his brains were gone to the point of death. Just that he's probably down to a 5th grade understanding level. Not that he was the brightest bulb in the chandelier to begin with, talking about chasing Sheilas and one of them being pregnant.
Yeah. It's like, I understand, okay, you're trying to catch up with these gals that you're going after and everything, but why would you then discuss it with the damn taxi cab driver like he's your friend?
People talk to cab driver. You'd be surprised what kind of shit people talk to cab drivers about. Cab drivers, Uber drivers, it's the next best thing to a bartender.
Yep, it's the modern day bartender. Ow.
And it's always been like that. Where do you think the old taxi cab confessions came from?
Idiots.
People
Drunk.
who don't know better.
The drunk people who turn around are looking to get drunk people who call a cab so that they don't have to worry about driving home.
In Vino Veritas, and beer does even more.
I mean, either way,
But
it was
yeah.
still had like good fillers and whatnot, and to, get to show the intelligence of the daughter, of how much she still took after her dad, even with all the time apart.
Estrangement stuff.
Well, because
Daddy
most likely
issues.
he would have, shown
Yeah.
the whole thing of like how to be resourceful and everything. Still just like that of the whole thing. He's like, we both have abandonment issues. And it's like, abandonment, bro, Cage kept your ass out of prison.
Yes.
Like, you're that
He
dumb?
took the rap for all of y'all.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here going, girl, of all of the things that your dad taught you, he never taught you how to climb a fence.
Yeah.
Well, no, if you looked at the fence,
It did have barbed wire on
it
top,
had
if I remember correctly.
it had barbed wire. Like, that's why I said she was so close to salvation, but
I'll say all you need to get over barbed wire is a heavy coat. Of course, this is New Orleans in the spring. Your heavy coat's not in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Girl, don't go away, man. Just go away. Sorry.
Well, the one guy to go away dead, which he did.
Boy, just go away, dead. Just die away.
So the thing at the end. Who didn't know that he was going to throw away a decoy?
Oh yeah,
it was so obvious.
It was so.
It was. They telegraphed that.
Mm-hmm.
He knew they were looking.
Stevie Wonder could have seen that coming.
It was just no.
I mean, they were already looking. He knew they were watching him.
Yeah, exactly. You knew that he was prepared in some way to not throw that away.
Yeah, no, they had the setup perfect for that, and then when they showed the centerpiece, it's like, yeah, there's your decoy.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked perfectly because now the freaking Fabi guy can go live his own life,
He can
not
finally retire.
not waiting for this guy to drop um his gold into the system.
Well, now he can. He probably wanted to retire, and I can't because that's my unicorn. This
He just wanted to not be there chasing him anymore.
Yeah.
He wanted to believe that he actually grew from what he was saying when he was asking for help about saving his daughter, that he wasn't that guy anymore.
And really he wasn't.
And he only did the
Even
one.
though he kept the gold, it wasn't that he didn't steal the gold because he wanted to in the first place.
Yeah.
He stole it because he had to.
He stole it to save his daughter.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was the one thing I was pointing out near the end. All these crimes he committed, he actually had a solid legal defense for, especially after the entire law enforcement industry basically blew him off because there is a legal defense, and basically, hey, I did something illegal, and this is why it was a act of absolute necessity.
Necessity.
Mm-hmm.
What's
And
a
then he
worse
goes to the
crime?
cop.
Stealing money or murder? He's stealing money to prevent a murder that was absolutely going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And not only a murder, but the murder of his own child. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Stopping any murder would have been legally justifiable. Stopping the murder of his own daughter?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
Show
just
me
expected.
show me one jury that's going to convict.
Yeah.
I mean, show me one grand jury that would indict on that. Yes,
You might a decent prosecutor could probably get that through the indictment
Get an
process
indictment, but
because he doesn't have to let the grand jury know any potentially defense or exculpatory evidence. Is like, hey, here's all the evidence to show that he stole this gold,
Mm-hmm.
stole these cars and everything. Uh, does not matter
Attacked
what
federal
exculpatory
agents.
evidence. That's why a grand jury will give you a murder indictment on a open and shut, clear cut case of self defense, because the prosecution does not have to give the grand jury any exculpatory information. They only have to give them the information they want them to see to return the conviction, which is, to return a true bill, which is why if the prosecutor can't get a grand jury indictment, it's saying one of two things. He didn't want an indictment, or there is just no case there at all.
Mm-hmm.
and you have to be careful about wasting the court's time in the latter.
And taxpayer money.
Yep. Because eventually you have to pay that shit back if you do it often enough.
Well, if you do it egregiously enough and the public catches it, that's when you don't get reelected.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say how you ended up having to pay it back, just that you ended up having to pay it back. I think losing your job is a pretty big payback, isn't it?
Sometimes with some people,
Potentially.
they're not always.
It depends on a lot of things. Then you get like when they're like, nobody in the prosecutor's office will touch it, so they bring in a special prosecutor to pursue it. It's like, hey, he's just making bank off of pursuing the charges, because whether he wins or loses, he's not out anything,
Yeah.
including reputation.
Mm-hmm. Because the prosecution's office is the one who takes the hit for it.
Yep.
I won't lie to that. Just that going back of the forth of the I can't read his lips. Throw it, don't throw it. Throw it, don't throw it. Was just hysterical.
That was
Nobody's
so
reading his
good.
lips from that far
Yeah.
away.
Well, also when his back's to him as well.
Well, remember they had the sound.
Yeah, but
they had
whole,
the
or what was it? I gotta go back to this thing.
they had that parabolic
Yeah,
mic, but even those are only
Well, Harlan didn't
so good.
have the parabolic mic.
Right.
Fletcher did. So he wouldn't have known to begin with.
But they did see him walk over and start to look like about to throw something.
Yeah, there's the wind up and there's the pitch, only a bit of a change up.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
Psych.
Mm-hmm.
You just got fooled, son.
And the Federal Bureau of Intermittent Investigation.
And then it was nice, seeing the daughter go from like, I got to go see my shrink and everything to seeing, he was keeping his promise that he only did that because he knew he'd get less time. And yeah, he probably could have gotten a little less time if he'd have gotten given over his crew, but it would have been a much more in-depth investigation.
Mm-hmm.
And they most likely would have
They
turned.
finally got to the which is this, which were they asking out? What was they actually doing some investigation? Yes, do some actual real investigation for once. They wouldn't have even been there for the bank heist without a tip off.
So what is this investigation you speak of?
And even then, they started out with the wrong place.
Yeah.
Well, because they thought that they were casing that one for that amount of time, or for like 3 weeks or whatnot. And I think it's because they saw that they knew they were under surveillance, so I think they tipped him off to let him think it was somebody else. That's why there was such the strict time scale.
Possible.
I mean, you have someone do an anonymous tip, a little voice changer here and there. That or they knew they were under investigation. It's like they knew they were being watched, so they cased one place while casing another.
Or had one of them case that place and had the real casing. Because yeah.
You literally just said exactly what Rotn said.
I know I did. That's why I stopped.
I just wanted to make sure you knew.
He just realizes late.
He realized mid-speaking. I've done that before.
It was at that moment Tia realized he fucked up.
Yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes.
Live TV.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Totally scripted, guys.
It takes hours of preparation to make it look so haphazard.
Exactly.
Years of work and schooling to make it look that dumb.
I don't know what they're talking about. I'm just winging it.
Oh, it's the joke from way back when of...
I know, I was kidding.
whole shit for YouTube being like, oh, if it's whatever of live content, so it had to be scripted. It's like, you do realize live streams aren't going to be scripted. It's not a play.
It
Oh,
is
what you're
by
talking about,
definition unrolling live.
Oh, what you're talking about. I script all of my live streams. I even send Moonshock a preview of what the chat comments are going to be and how we're going to reply to them.
Mm.
Spent 3 days practicing for a weekend stream.
But I don't think we have much else for this, and it's been almost an hour and a half. So, any final thoughts on the movie? We'll go with Tier first.
Excellent movie. Excellent score. Excellent acting. 10 out of 10. Would watch again.
Angela?
Definitely should watch.
Will?
10 out of 10 recommend. 10 out of 10 would watch again. 9 out of 10 enjoyment because some of the people I'd like to see die didn't.
Who didn't?
Oh, I guess you couldn't kill them off and have the end of the story, but it was, some of the law enforcement people would have been prime targets for elimination for being total jackholes.
Fair enough.
I can see that.
It would have been perfect to have one of them, because the motorcycle cop, he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But to have one of the feds get to the actually encountering
The villain.
ahead of the end and losing it would have been just a little bit better because they're the ones that totally screwed it from the beginning.
Yeah, but if they did, it would have been knockoff Dulé Hill, and that would have been a bummer.
Yeah. I know there's pros and cons to every plot twist and every ending, so not complaining about it. I still recommend like There's No Tomorrow. Just like maybe it's just my penchant for horror movies and everything. Would have liked to see a little more of the cast die, specific people in particular.
That's definitely something I'd recommend when you just want to like sit down, kind of shut your brain off, and just have some fun. Like, don't go into this expecting,
cinematic masterpiece.
You got to go into this thinking that this is just going to be fun. Go in hoping to be not even expecting, hoping to be entertained, with no expectations.
Grab the popcorn and say, I hope it's good. Like most of the things I watch, I grab the popcorn and say, I hope it's not terrible.
Yeah, mine is always.
Well, yeah, nobody wants terrible popcorn.
Nobody wants terrible. You're right.
Mine's always the I hope it doesn't. I hope I'm entertained.
Yes.
But next week we'll be talking in the Void, and following that, the movie will be The Frozen Ground. So, Tier, if you want to write that down for 2 weeks from now.
He's never going to remember.
You never know.
No, I'm never.
He'll ask me next week. He'll ask me on Saturday, or ask me next week Saturday, or the following Saturday.
He's gonna write it down right now and then forget where he put it. He'll write it down next week, and then the cat's gonna trash the note.
I was gonna say he's gonna ask you both Saturdays because he always asks you both Saturdays.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, highly recommend the movie. There's a plethora of things to watch. I should have a most likely going to come out on doing the Recover Tactical Brace again, trying that out. Should have something out on my gun channel on Tuesday. So there's always stuff to watch between Minions, myself, Tier, Will, Angela working with Mr. Adam on his channel, because Angela does have her stuff as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Angela's finally getting off of her ass and working on her Wizard of Oz reading.
Nice.
So we'll see how that goes. That's going to end up being a series. I'm basically going to start a series where I do readings of classic literature. I'm going to start with The Wizard of Oz because I live in Oz and I can find stuff to connect to it where I can do like supplemental videos of how Oz connects to San Diego.
Nice.
Like I found out where the Yellow Brick Road is. So I'm
The Yellow Brick
planning
Road.
once I have a functioning bus pass, I plan on taking a trip over to National City to actually find the Yellow Brick Road. It's not actually yellow.
Yeah.
It's just a neighborhood that's called the Brick Road. But it
and that
was a rich part of town that
Remember,
a
if
lot of doctors
you're gonna
lived
do any
in.
recording of it, since you're going for your YouTube channel, unless you're gonna be doing any shorts, you're gonna want to record in landscape.
Yes.
So
the thing though, that does that mean that there's some place around there that's the actual Lollipop Guild?
Most likely there was probably a candy store or something.
it was either that or
But
because, like Angela was saying, there was a lot of doctors that lived there that time frame. They probably had to deal
Could be
with
some
kids,
pediatricians.
and pediatricians give the kids, give the kids lollipops. So the quote unquote kids could have been since munchkins. People have called kids munchkins.
the Munchkins were actually Mexicans.
Oh,
It was culture shock to realize that an entire race of people, like 90% of them, were shorter than the average white guy.
Mm.
So
well, be looking forward to that.
not-
Well, we're not going to discuss it anymore, so we don't lose any of the prestige of when it comes out.
I dare not ask who were the flying monkeys representative of. Oh lordy.
that
Here's checking
isn't
his
like
back for
that.
wigs.
That isn't like that. That is just minions of his mother-in-law. But
Really?
yes. The Wicked Witches were his mother-in-law and a neighbor that tended to get over involved in his family business.
Gossips. Got it.
But we're gonna get out of here, so everyone have a good week. I don't think there's any holidays coming up currently.
That's probably true, brother.
Major ones.
Sorry.
Yeah, the candy stripers. That could have been.
But the Hotel Del is the Emerald City.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know. I honestly didn't know that.
Well, we don't want to ruin too much more of it. And granted, I'm probably sure you can look up a lot of this online, but go check out Angela's channel, and it's in the description.
I'll let you know when I actually have some.
Well, you have a video on there already, so like, go ahead and
I do have some videos on there.
Yeah, she's got some videos. Go ahead and give a subscribe and do some watching, boost your numbers, and some of it's like, let's get her to 400 and get her to 1,000 watch hours and let her make some money off this. Mine's
yes, please. I do have a.
Mine's exponentially harder because I'm doing that stuff, and she's got a Ko-fi.
Oh shit!
I don't have any of that
and
stuff.
Plug. Want to plug Maddie's Old Time Radio? She does that with Mitch Nemo and Angela. Sometimes that's snarky. So it is 3:00 EST on Maddie's channel.
Oh, 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's noon my time. Where we listen to old time radio shows and basically just make jokes.
Mhm.
But with that, we're going to call it here. So thanks for everybody stopping by. We did stick on to topic for quite a while, but there really wasn't much to complain about this.
Yeah.
We're in the era of a lot of fun Cage movies, in my opinion. Like there's been good, fun, or just good. Like not amazing. They're entertaining. So have a good week, or good night, and a good week, and we'll see you on the next stream.
Good night, y'all.
I
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Join us again next week, or you can check out the other people in the panel in the description and see us again plausibly on one of their channels, or just check out what work they've done. Have a good week, everyone.